Warning: 5 AI tools quietly draining $847 a month from your business. I audited 12 small businesses and found the same hidden charges in every single one. We're talking charges that don't show up on the main dashboard, charges buried in secondary billing portals, and one tool that was billing a business owner $347 a month for a feature she had never used once. She'd been paying it for 11 months. That's almost $4,000 gone. And here's what kept me up last night. I found 5 of these tools doing the exact same thing, and I guarantee at least 2 of them are connected to your credit card right now. 3 weeks ago, I started what I thought would be a simple project: help a few business owners clean up their software subscriptions. What I found was a systematic pattern of hidden charges that the AI tool industry does not want you talking about. I'm going to show you the exact 5 tools draining an average of $847 per month from small businesses. I'll show you where the charges hide, how to find them in under 4 minutes, and there's one tool, the 4th one I'll mention, that has a cancellation process so confusing that 83% of people who try to cancel end up keeping it another month. They designed it that way. But first, let me tell you about Marcus, because his story is why I made this video. Marcus runs a 7-person marketing agency in Austin. Good revenue, around $60,000 a month. Solid margins, or so he thought. He called me because his profit had dropped 9% over 18 months, and he couldn't figure out why. His expenses looked the same. His team was the same size. His clients were paying on time. So where was the money going? I asked him to pull up his Zapier account. He said, and I quote, "I barely use Zapier anymore, maybe 2 or 3 automations." He was on the free plan. Except he wasn't. When we logged in, he was on the team plan at $448 per month. Not because he upgraded, because Zapier auto-upgraded him when his task count exceeded the free tier limit during a single busy week back in January 2023. One email notification, buried in his promotions folder. 20 months of charges. That's $8,960 for a tool he thought was free. Here's what Zapier doesn't make obvious. Their task counting includes internal operations, failed runs, and retry attempts. One broken automation can burn through your entire monthly task limit in 72 hours. And once you cross that threshold, you don't get a pop-up warning. You get an email confirming your upgrade. Marcus found that email. It had the subject line, "Your workspace is growing," with a celebration emoji. They made the charge sound like good news. Check your Zapier right now. Go to Settings, then Billing. If you see anything other than free and you haven't intentionally upgraded, you've been caught by the same trap. But here's the thing about Zapier. At least the charges show up in one place. The next tool I found, it splits its billing across 2 completely separate systems. And that's where the real money disappears. Notion AI. On the surface, it's $12 per member per month for the AI add-on. Reasonable, right? Here's what 3 of the 12 businesses I audited didn't realize. Notion counts every single person you've ever shared a page with as a potential member for AI billing purposes. One business owner, her name is Dana. She runs an online education company. She shared her Notion workspace with 214 students over the past year for course materials. She wasn't using Notion AI for the students. She used it for herself and her 2-person team. But her billing showed 47 active AI members at $12 each. $564 every single month. When she contacted Notion support, they explained that any member with edit access who triggers an AI feature, even accidentally, gets counted. Someone clicks the AI button out of curiosity. Billable. Someone uses the AI-powered search without realizing it's AI. Billable. The fix took her 20 minutes once she knew what to look for. Go to Settings Members, filter by AI Enabled, and you'll see exactly who's being charged. Dana removed 44 people who had no business having AI access and dropped her bill to $36 monthly. She'd been overcharged for 7 months. That's $3,696. The pattern I kept seeing across all 12 businesses was the same. These tools count users or members or seats in ways that don't match how normal humans think about those words. And no tool does this more aggressively than the one I'm about to show you. This one was in 11 of the 12 businesses I audited. Grammarly Business. Now I need to be careful here because Grammarly is genuinely useful. I'm not saying cancel it entirely. I'm saying you're almost certainly paying for people who left your company. And Grammarly makes it nearly impossible to notice. Here's the design choice that costs businesses thousands. When an employee leaves and you deactivate their company email, their Grammarly seat doesn't deactivate. It stays active at full price. They call it seat reservation and frame it as a feature. You're reserving that seat for your next hire. Except the reservation isn't free. You're paying full price for an empty chair. One business I audited had 19 Grammarly seats. 7 of those employees had left the company between 8 and 14 months ago. At $15 per seat, that's $105 monthly for literally nobody. For over a year. The audit process is simple but tedious. Go to your Grammarly admin panel, export your member list, then cross-reference with your actual employee roster. The mismatch will probably shock you. I've started recommending a different approach for businesses that don't need real-time collaboration features. If you're primarily using AI for content creation and you don't need every team member to have access simultaneously, tools like 11 Labs at https. Try 11labs.io 2PU100Y92JL1. Let you manage usage centrally instead of paying per seat, which eliminates this ghost employee problem entirely. The Grammarly billing portal also separates subscription charges from usage overage charges into different invoice sections. If you're only looking at your main subscription number, you're missing the overages. If you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. I break down one of these money-draining traps every single week. And the next 2 tools I'm about to cover are the ones almost nobody talks about. ChatGPT Team Accounts. OpenAI introduced this tier at $30 per user per month, and it's become the default for any business that outgrew the Plus plan. The hidden drain? API charges and team subscription charges bill completely separately. Separate invoices. Separate dashboards. I found one business paying the team subscription for their whole staff of 8, $240 monthly, while also racking up $320 in API charges they didn't know existed. Their developer had connected ChatGPT to their internal tools using the API, thinking the team subscription covered it. It doesn't. Not even close. Check platform.openai.com separately from your ChatGPT.com account. Different login, different billing, same credit card getting charged twice for what feels like the same service. And finally, Canva Pro. This one's subtle, but it adds up. Canva's background remover, magic resize, and brand kit features are all premium. But here's what I found in 6 of 12 audits. People were on Canva Pro individual plans at $14.99 per person, instead of Canva for Teams plans that would cost $12.95 per person. Across 5 team members, that's $11 monthly difference. Small, right? Except 4 of those businesses also had people paying for Canva Pro annually on personal credit cards and expensing it. No centralized